Good morning, ma'am. My name is Mudassir Mujawar. I'm discussing the solution for problem statement of ISU1. My problem statement consists the points related to convex hill problem, divide and conquer algorithm, quick hill algorithm with its example, recurrence relation, and time complexity. Now, first we'll discuss about convex hill. Convex hull is a line completely enclosed a set of points in a plane so that there are no concavities in the line. As we are defining in formal language, we can describe it as the smallest convex polygon which encloses a set of points such that every point in the set lies within the polygon on its parameter. To find convex hull algorithm, we are having gram scan algorithm, Jarvis method or wrapping method, we can say that, and quick hull algorithm. Let me quickly go with the gram scan algorithm. See, if we are having this many points, we have to first select the lowest y coordinate. Suppose this is x coordinate and this is y coordinate. We have to select the lowest point on y coordinates. Now, connect remaining points and measure angle made by them. Connect remaining points and measure angle made by them. Calculate the angle placed anti-clockwise points in the stack. Suppose we are considering here the stack and this is point 1, this is 2. We'll calculate the angles and which is having the highest angle anti-clockwise. We will put it here. Now, pop. If the next point is making the clockwise turn and place that point in the stack. If suppose we are having after this one, we'll calculate this will as our y coordinate and perpendicular this will be our x coordinate, and we'll calculate the angle from this to this point. Now this point is our third point. Then we'll pop this 2 and we'll push this 3 here. Now and repeat these steps until we get back to our starting point. So that will connect all these points, and then this in this way we can solve the gram scan methods. Now let me quickly go through Jarvis method. This is also same, and we have to collect the lowest point on the y coordinate, and instead of sorting, just we have to select the point with the smallest clockwise direction making angles in the reference to previous vector, and we have to repeat these steps until we'll get the starting point. Now we are having convex hull problem and this solution with quick hull algorithm also. Now as we are discussing the range of convex hull, this is from robotics to image processing and finding the animal's home range in ethology. Now, what is the difference between convex and concave? So, to consider these two planes, these planes are named as capital P and P, small p. Now, we are having 2 points x and y in these two planes. If suppose the polygon P, if we are having every pair of points x and y in P and line connecting x and y is also in P, then it is called as convex. Now, if we are having points in plane but lines connecting to this point is getting out of our plane, then we'll not call it as convex. It will be said concave. Now, we are discussing about the convex hull problem. Suppose the convex hull of a set of planar points is the small convex polygon containing all points. This is just the definition of convex hull. And see, this we are having concave polygon here, and we are having convex polygon here, because if we are joining these two lines, we are going out of planes. Now suppose if we are these joining these two lines and these two lines, we are in the plane. Therefore these are called as convex polygons. See, if we are joining any other points here, we are in plane. That's why this is called convex polygon. Now application of convex hull is, first we'll see the classification. Provided a set of data points, we can split them into separate classes by determining the convex hull of each class. Now collision avoidance, this is used in nowadays for in these Tesla cars. Avoid collision with other objects by defining the convex hull of objects. Now image processing and recognition. The demands of image processing are robustness, high recommendation rate, and the flexibility in capturing the shape of object in an image. This is exactly where the role of convex hull comes to play. Now, to solve this convex hull problem, we are having quick hull algorithm. And in the quick hull algorithm, we are using divide and conquer algorithms. Now, a divide and conquer algorithm recursively breaks down a problem into two or more subproblems of the same or the related type until these become the small enough to be solved directly. The solution to the subproblems then combined to give a solution to original problem. Now here is an example for divide and conquer algorithm. So my question is about arrange the elements of these array in the decreasing order from increasing order from left to right. We are having elements in this are 38, 27, 43, 3, 9, 82, and 10. And index elements in this array are 7, and we are indexing up to till 6th position. Here we'll start index from 0, 1. Now we'll discuss the problem in such a way that how the compiler runs. So first compiler will come here, and we'll see its length is about 7. Therefore we'll divide it by 2, and hence we'll get 3 options. Now as we are starting index from 0, 1, 2, and 3, we'll divide from here. Now these are first part, and now this is not a small enough problem. Therefore we'll start again recursive one, and we'll divide it from here. We'll solve this first, and then again we'll divide these two, and we'll solve these. After solving this, we'll go here, and just we'll see 38 is greater than 27. Therefore 38 will be after 27, and 27 will be at the 0th position in this array. Now after solving this, we'll go from here to this position. 43 is greater than 3. Therefore 3 will come at the 0th position index. And here after solving these two, we'll get this array. Now as we are combining these two arrays, we'll get these sub array. Now similar kindly, we have to solve these arrays 9, 82, and 10. As we know that 9 is smallest, it will be at first position, as we can see here. And 82 is greater than 10. Therefore 82 will get here, and 10 will come at the first position, sorry. And we'll get these sub array 9, 10, and 82. Now at last, we have to just combine these two sub problems and get the original solution. Our main problem was 38, 27, 43, 3, 9, 82, and 10. And we are getting answer as 3, 9, 10, 27, 38, 43, 82. Now, what is the recurrence relation? A recurrence relation is an equation or inequality that describes the function in terms of its value on a smaller input. To solve the recurrence relation means to obtain a function defined by the natural number that satisfy the recursion. Now, the dictionary meaning of recursion is occurring again and again. Now, in programming, it is recursion. Now, recursive algorithm is most easily expressed by a recursive expression. Hence, running the time of a recursive algorithm is given by recursive expression. Now, there are four methods to solve recurrence. Okay, why to solve recurrence relation? Yeah, the answer is to find the running time of an algorithm. First method is about substitution method, and second is about recursion tree method. Third is master method, and fourth is iteration method. So we'll first discuss about the substitution method. Let us consider an example of factorial, and this is our main logic for factorial. We are having a number of factorials, then we have to just calculate the previous factorial and multiply it with that number. In this way, as we are calculating the time complexity, we get t of n is equal to t of n minus 1 plus 1. This is for n is greater than 1. Now, for t is equal to 0 or sorry, n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1, we are getting time complexity constant. Okay. Now, substitution method of solving recursive algorithm is described by two steps. First is guess in the form of solution, and then use the induction to solve that guess is valid or not, and solve for constraints. Now we'll discuss about substitution method, guess, induction, and check constant. Our time complexity of t of n is n log n, and let us assume that uh, as we can find here, assume this n as half time n by 2, then we'll get this equation t of n is equal to 2 t n by 2 plus n. Now let us assume f of n is equal to t of n 2 t n by 2 plus n. Now f of, from these two equations we can say that t of n is equal to f of n. Now as we are having recursive tree method, we have to just draw the recursive tree based on the given recursive relation, and then determine each cost of each level, num total number of levels in the recursion tree, number of nodes in the last level, cost of last level, and just we have to add all of those levels to the recursion tree and simply the expression so obtained in terms of asymptotic notation. Now we are having last process as master theorem. This is the easiest process, I can say that. Suppose we are having equation t of n is equal to a into t of n by b plus order of n raised to b. Then we can define the one master theorem as order of n raised to d log n if and only if a is equal to b raised to d. Now we are having n raised to d time complex. Then this is in case if a is less than b raised to d, and we are having n raised to log a to the base b if a is greater than b raised to d. And one more point to be noted, that is the formula that solves recursion when all of the subproblems are of same size. If you're not having same size problems, then this master theorem would not work for that problem. Okay. Now this is for from myself. Thank you, ma'am.